accumulation before market open, manipulation at 9:30 during market open, distribution back to the upside. This is called the Judas Swing, or what I call the 9:30 manipulation. Now, if you guys have watched my videos before, then you know that I like waiting until the ICT macro window, which is from 9:50 to 10:10 before placing a trade in most cases. However, if you're someone that doesn't have time to stare at the charts hours per day, you just want to be on for, let's say, 10-15 minutes per day, get your winning day and get off, then this is going to be for you. In this video, I'm going to break down this entire strategy step by step because I don't trade this strategy exactly how ICT trades it. There's a couple of different confluences that I use to increase my win rate, so I'm not getting stopped out in bad trades. So this is the 9:30 manipulation. Let's jump into it. Now, I want to set some expectations before we jump into this video, okay? You will not get a trade every single day using the Judas Swing. In my experience, you will get the setup once, maybe twice per week. So do not expect the setup to play out every single day. Now, this is a trade that I actually took on live stream last Thursday inside the Discord, following this exact same strategy. So before market opens, a lot of the time you will see accumulation, right? Price kind of chopping around in this range. The 9:30 manipulation is when one side of this accumulation gets taken out first, trapping, in this case, the sellers. Opening range breakout traders see price break this low, and they start to get into short positions around here, thinking that price is just going to dump for the rest of the morning. Now, sometimes this does actually happen, but what I look for during this move is the exact opposite, okay? Instead of just blindly taking that opening range short, I look for price to manipulate back into that range and then look for higher prices targeting my DOL for the day if my draw on liquidity is higher, okay? Now, you always want to make sure you have a draw on liquidity before you're even looking to get into a trade. So here are some types of DOLs that you can use in your trading. The simplest and most common draws on liquidity you will see are untapped session highs, okay? So for example, if this is an untapped London or an untapped Asian high, this will be a draw on liquidity that I can target, okay? This can also be an unmitigated or untapped fair value gap, such as like a 1 hour or a 4 hour untapped fair value gap. This could also just be a previous day high, any sort of external high, just a clear level on your chart that you're anticipating price reaching. So here we have the pre-market accumulation, and there we have the manipulation right at 9:30. Okay, so keep in mind, this is right during that 9:30 window. Okay, this vertical line represents market open. Okay, so we're accumulating, we have market open, we open low, we trap all of the early shorters, and then we just completely reverse it on them, stopping them out and running back to our draw on liquidity. Now, this looks pretty good, but this doesn't answer a few questions. Okay, how do we actually get into the trade, right? What is our entry trigger? Do we incorporate higher time frame context? Because all this plays a part as well. This is where I add a few other trading confluences. The first is going to be higher time frame delivery. Okay, so during that period of manipulation at 9:30, I don't just want to see price manipulate this pre-market range, okay? I also want to see price tap into a higher time frame PD array. Now, a PD array is just a point of interest or an area of interest. This could be an order block, a fair value gap, but I like to keep my trading as simple as possible, okay? What I look for during that manipulation is for price to tap into a higher time frame fair value gap. This could be a 15-minute unmitigated, a 1 hour unmitigated, or a 4 hour unmitigated, okay? These are really the time frames that I look at for price to tap into when I'm trading the strategy. Unmitigated just means untapped. So I don't want to see price having already respected this fair value gap, somewhere over here. I want this to be a fresh fair value gap that price taps into right during that 9:30 open. And then here is my bread and butter setup, okay? I look for something called a V-shaped inversion, okay? What is a V-shaped inversion? A V-shaped inversion is an inversion fair value gap that appears within 6 candles. That is just my definition. So V-shape IFEG equals IFEG within 6 candles. Okay, ideally within 3 to 4, but I classify a V shape as within 6 candles. These give you the highest probability entries and show you that there is a lot of momentum and volume starting to pick up to create that inversion in so few candles. So this is the entire Judas Swing or 9:30 manipulation model. Again, I've incorporated a few other things here, right? I've incorporated higher time frame delivery with that fair value gap and a V-shaped inversion as an entry trigger. If there is no V-shaped V-shaped IFEG. If there is no higher time frame delivery, we do not enter the trade. Now, what are some other things to watch out for here? Okay, number one is going to be your higher time frame context or your higher time frame bias. That's why it's so important that you have a clear draw on liquidity, being an untapped session high and unmitigated fair value gap. If you are targeting a mitigated draw on liquidity, such as a session high that has already been swept or a fair value gap that has already been tested, then there is a likelihood of this failing. For example, in that period of pre-market accumulation, if we had already mitigated, let's say, this 15-minute fair value gap, then I don't want to be looking for a long position here because this is now technically a protected high that already swept inside of a higher time frame fair value gap. So now I would be targeting a protected high. This brings up the concept of low resistance liquidity versus high resistance liquidity. For an A plus Judas swing, we want to see low resistance liquidity. That means untapped highs leading up to our main draw for the day. So on this little example trade here, you can see that I have low resistance liquidity leading up to my DOL. We have untapped highs or relative equal highs leading up to an untapped fair value gap, leading up to my clear DOL, which is in this case maybe Asian highs, okay? You can see that at no point in this trade here am I targeting any sort of high resistance liquidity. I am not targeting a fair value gap that has already been filled. I am not targeting an internal structure high that's already taken out another high. Everything here is low resistance, which is exactly what I want to see for an A plus setup. So hopefully this is all making sense. Make sure to leave a like if you guys are learning something new. Now, real quick, guys, I've also coded everything I'm showing you in this video, from these higher time frame fair value gaps to these liquidity sweeps, all the way to these inversion fair value gaps into its own indicator called the Manipulation X indicator. And I also go live Monday through Friday trading this exact same strategy. Make sure to click the first link in the description below. So let's take a look at Thursday and we will go through this step by step. Now, what do you guys notice about price as we open at 9:30? Okay. We are generating liquidity, right? We are in this accumulation phase, and you can see that we are starting to build relative equal highs, okay, or untapped highs. Right? We have this equal high right here. You can even say we have this equal high right here, this relative equal high here. So this is something called generating liquidity. Whenever you see price range and accumulate like this before market open, it is generating liquidity to get taken out later. Now watch what happens at market open. Okay, we end up opening low, meaning I'm instantly looking for long positions. Whichever way price breaks first, I actually look to reverse the move because what's going on here as market opens, right? Sellers are piling in. People are entering opening range breakout shorts, trying to target lower prices. Okay, but what they fail to understand is that they are part of that manipulation move. That's why I call this the manipulation model or the 930 manipulation. Now, what else do you notice about price action here? We are obviously in a clear uptrend. And not only are we in a clear uptrend, we are respecting these higher time frame bullish fair value gaps. You can see we tap into this 1 hour fair value gap, make higher highs and higher lows. And now we have another untapped hourly bullish fair value gap lying right below our 8 a.m. low here. So at this point, I'm already making a plan. I want to see this 8 a.m. low swept inside of this higher time frame bullish fair value gap and then target my DOL higher. Now, do I have a draw on liquidity higher? Yes, I do. I have this high here at 840, which is going to be my 8 a.m. candle range high. And I have this unmitigated 4 hour and 1 hour bearish fair value gaps as well. So even if I am bearish on the day, I would expect price to come up and tag these fair value gaps first before delivering us lower. So all we're doing at this point is waiting for price to tap into our point of interest. Okay, still did not tap that hourly fair value gap, and boom, there we tap the 1 hour bullish fair value gap. We even got a stop hunt right here or a manipulation leg. What this is showing us is that early buyers stepped into the market here, got faked out, got the liquidity taken inside of that higher time frame fair value gap, and we've created this 30-second bearish fair value gap that you see on my chart here. And we have all of this low resistance liquidity to target as a potential break even. So at this point, I am planning my long position. As soon as price gives a 30-second inverse, I'm going to go long. Now, why am I on a 30-second time frame as opposed to a 1 minute? Well, normally, guys, I trade on the 1 to 3 minute time frame, but you can see on the 1 minute time frame, I don't have any sort of bearish fair value gap here. And for this strategy to work, I must see an inversion fair value gap going down to, at maximum, the 30-second time frame. I do not go below the 30-second time frame. Okay, so here we have it. We let price play out. You can see 1, 2 candles later, we end up getting that inversion fair value gap within 6 candles or so, making this V shape. Delivering from a 1 hour, we have a clear draw on liquidity higher. At this point, it's safe to say that any shorters got taken out here, and we can enter a long position with our stop loss to break even at this most internal structure high, targeting this 8 a.m. high as TP1 and targeting this unfilled 4 hour as TP2. So we let price play out, and literally within 2 minutes, guys, this trade runs and hits both take profits. So that is the 930 manipulation. I've gone over everything step by step. You need to see accumulation. You need to see price tap into a higher time frame fair value gap. You need to have low resistance liquidity as a target and a clear draw on liquidity, such as an untapped session high or an untapped fair value gap as a draw on liquidity. Now, let me show you guys a scenario when you would not look to trade this strategy, okay? We will take today's price action. So today is Wednesday, July 15th. We have pre-market accumulation, which is step number 1. We end up manipulating lower, right? Sweeping this low, tagging into a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Also a 30-minute bullish fair value gap as well. So this is our accumulation manipulation, and we would expect price to distribute higher. However, what are the issues with this trade here? Well, number 1 is I don't have an entry model, okay? I don't have any sort of inversion fair value gap to even enter the trade. But even if I did, I don't have a clear draw on liquidity. This high right here is actually a protected high because this is a high that's swept inside of a 5-minute bearish fair value gap. This is not low resistance. We also had a bearish SMT at this point with ES, meaning ES ended up taking out this high, whereas NASDAQ did not, which is also a bearish confirmation. This is not low resistance liquidity. This is high resistance liquidity. Even this 1 hour bearish fair value gap above is not unmitigated. You can see that price already swept liquidity inside of this fair value gap, and we are now seeing a bearish rejection. So even though we are inside of a 15-minute bullish fair value gap and we had that accumulation and manipulation, we don't have any sort of draw on liquidity or clear low resistance targets, and we let price play out, and price ends up reversing in the opposite direction, heading towards our lower draws on liquidity, which was this data low and this equal low at our stop loss, okay? So in this case, the 930 manipulation did not play out. We had no entry trigger and we had no low resistance. Well, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I think I covered everything to do with the strategy. Again, my main model is trading the 950 to 1010 macro. Okay, I like trading within that 20-minute window, the 10 a.m. reversal. For me, it gives higher probability setups. However, when you see a no-brainer trade, like the one I showed you on Thursday, this is a trade that I will take every single time. So make sure to learn the Judas Swing, the 930 manipulation, whatever you want to call it. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more trading content. If you guys want to live trade with me every single morning, Monday through Friday, as well as get access to my custom trading indicators, make sure to click the first link in the description below. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys next video.